Kyle Busch certainly had some fun on this day. First win in 23 starts there at Martinsville. How did he do it?
Well, he did it with a lot of composure. He made no mistakes. Chris, he was on his game today. I was at the track yesterday, and it was clear that a Joe Gibbs Racing driver would be at the head of the class at the end of the day Sunday. But most thought it would be Denny Hamlin. And as you mentioned a moment ago, Denny made a mistake. He sort of dribbled the ball off his foot nearly midway through the race. But back to Kyle. Kyle did everything right. And this isn't an easy race to win for a young driver, for an aggressive driver. It just seems like Kyle's finally in the right place mentally to take advantage of a good car at Martinsville.
Now just 2 wins behind Jimmie Johnson for most on short tracks. He has 10 now, Jimmie Johnson with 12. Anything crazy along the lines of what we saw last year in the last race at Martinsville?
Didn't see anything like we saw last year, but then we hadn't seen anything quite like last year ever before. So it did get a little bit clumsy toward the end, and it was between Matt Kenseth and Brad Keselowski, and it appeared as though both were on best behavior. But late in the going, you air it out, you take some risk, maybe a little bit of contact. It looked to me like Brad Keselowski throttled back, allowed Matt to get his position back. They were battling for second. And then everything sort of settled out from there, but no craziness.
Any rust there? I mean, you get a week off in NASCAR, and I don't know, when I go on vacation and I don't get in my car for a while, it seems a little bit different when you get in there and start driving it for the first time in a couple weeks.
I think a little bit of rust in February before you go to Daytona, but no, most of these drivers, they're in a car, even though it's an off weekend. They're doing some testing or doing something somewhere around the country that replicates a race. And no rust.
Right,
but
well,
I say that if you go back and watch the race, you'd probably argue with me.
Ricky, I can't argue with you because you won there 15 years ago, 2001, in that big orange Tide 32. Ricky Craven here on SportsCenter. Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you.